Hi, Cancer. It's me, Angela from Grounded Dreamers. It's good to see you. We're going to do a quick reading. We're calling this Cancer's May reading. And of course, as always, it's whenever you are drawn to view this video, that's when the energies are aligned for you. Even if it doesn't feel fully aligned when you listen to it, we know that the guidance is still going to improve our experience at some point. So kind of keep it in your back pocket and know this could be for a future energy that you come upon. So what I usually do is I pull an oracle card for guidance for sort of a theme. And then now I'm pulling some Zen cards, tarot cards, to create a spread for you that we can clarify the oracle a little better. Okay, so for you, Cancer, I pulled initiation. Something's beginning, or something is ready to start, and maybe you need to move some energies in order to get it done. Something maybe has been kind of dormant for a while. This kind of has a crown chakra vibe, like she's receiving vibrations from above through a crown chakra. So this might be also, this initiation, this new beginning could have something to do with messages you receive from spirit. Okay, let's just see. We're going to see what the Zen cards say and see how we can clarify this a little bit better. Okay, we're doing a quick sort of where we are and where we're going kind of a spread here. Starting point is where you are here. Oh, look at that. This is an isolation card. So I'm wondering if for some of you, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling cut off from your full experience. This could be like you're physically cut off. Maybe you've been isolated, physically in your home, or this could also be an aspect of you that you've shut off and shut down from yourself and kept dormant. But now may be the time to break free of that. It may be time to go ahead and open that up and begin some new transformation. Okay, let's just see what the rest of the cards say. So yeah, this is also a mental energy. So maybe you've been wrapped up in your own thoughts. And if you look at this figure behind the ice, the way that he has to move beyond this is to start showing his emotions, start being his true self, speak and feel and guide from the heart, right? His tears are going to melt the ice because his true feelings are what is going to help him move from this phase. Internally within you, oh yeah, you sense this and you know there are changes to be made. That Thunderbolt card is asking you to shed certain aspects of your experience in order to be able to lighten it up and move forward. We've got ice and we've got fire. Look at that. So, the Thunderbolt, this is kind of like the Tower card in traditional tarot, which I don't really read. But for me, this card in this scenario right now, it's asking you to use your internal intensity, use your internal fire, your internal self, that part of you that burns bright, to flush out, the current state that you're in, to kind of, help move and transform it. Because, and that kind of, maybe that depicts the beginning, that this is what you need to initiate, is that shift within. That, okay, yeah, I've been stuck, I've been stagnant for a while, I've been cutting myself off from others or cutting myself off from my own full life experience. And now it's time to let my fires burn, right? Let my true self shine. And then that stuff that's extra weight, that isn't really helping, isn't really serving, will fall away. It'll fall away naturally. And then you have this lightening of spirit that can allow you to flow again and move from this isolated place. In your external world, look at that. In your external world, that shift from isolation into realizing your full embodied self creates connection. It creates connection. And this may be what you're wanting to start. You might be feeling very isolated, and maybe it's by design, maybe it's by circumstances beyond your control. Maybe you feel that in a relationship, you haven't been your full self, and you feel a little stuck in that. And you feel that if only they knew who I really am, maybe it would be easier. Yeah, and maybe it would. So start that, right? Start to let this person see who you really are. Not all at once. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, start that. Let's start to let your own flames kind of burn through and show up, and let the other stuff fall away. The other stuff you've been clinging to that's kept you in isolation has not been serving you well to this point. You will create connection by opening up all your channels, and by just trusting that who you are fully is enough, is perfect, and is enough to move you forward into your next phase, and into that next phase that you want to move to. The key to moving past this sort of kind of feeling of isolation is integration. Look at that. This is allowing all the aspects of yourself, right? It's showing the balance of different elements, the eagle and the swan, the yin yang, the way that our outer and inner worlds can merge in order to become that whole person to move forward and initiate our next path, right? This is important. So we start out feeling cut off, a little bit not fully ourselves. We tap into that inner fire that's within us to create, an awareness and a connection with others. And then we take all those lessons and we integrate that into our whole self so that we can move forward as a more complete being, right? That's that moving forward energy. Okay. And then our top card and our outcome, or the insight, I love this, is the existence card. So here we were feeling cut off and lonely, or even if this is just all of this process for you particularly, might mean it might not have to do with anyone else. This could be that you've held off a part of yourself from yourself, without really wanting to address it. Maybe this is something that you wanted. Maybe this is a part of you that brings you shame, that makes you feel like, oh, I act this way and that's not good, so I'm just going to hold everything in. Right? Instead, you find a way to let your true self come out. It may be shocking at first, because that Thunderbolt card is kind of sometimes a sudden shift. But maybe as you practice, whatever that is that, made you feel shameful with yourself, you practice being your full self. Maybe it's not as hard. Maybe it's not as bad as you imagined. Maybe it does create connection to show your flaws, right? Maybe others can relate a little better, right? There's always a new perspective and a new way to see it. The key is to start, is to find that aspect of yourself that you want to shift, that you want to have come out of hiding, and then move, let it shift, make sure you have all the parts of you integrated. And then you end up in this existence vibe, which is home is wherever you are. Home is wherever you are. As long as you know you're a part of this universe and that you are not alone, you're always home. Always. So even if you show up, with those maybe less desirable aspects, or if this did mean for you, this initiation meant starting that difficult conversation with another, it just means to show up as yourself and, make the connections and make sure that your entire being is experiencing this connection in this relationship, right? With the integration card. And then just knowing we're all doing this. We're all doing this, we're all kind of, sometimes it feels like we're fumbling our way through, but we're not alone. And wherever we may move in our experience, that's where we belong. Every time. I love this so much. Okay. All right, Cancer. I think that'll do it for now. Comment on the video below. Let me know how this resonated for you. And we'll do another astro reading in a couple weeks, probably as we get into May. And in between, I'll do some generals too. I'm going to try to really ramp up the frequency of my videos now that I've gotten first quarter out of the way, which was kind of tough for me in my day gig. Okay, so that will do it. Take care.